Hey, welcome back to Is the Juice Worth the Squeeze? I'm Jim,
Kyle here.
and tonight we're doing small craft distilleries. Small meaning some of them see distribution, some of them don't see, well, distribution across the nation, I should
Right,
say. Like
right.
the Frey Ranch, I know gets distributed across the nation. The other two do not. Thornton is our closest distillery to our house,
Probably about 9 miles.
if that. Yeah,
It's close, right? It's not
yeah.
too far from us. It's
No.
straight north, and we're there,
Yeah, and
basically.
we have a few distilleries that are close to us that aren't that close, but where we could
Within
drive.
vicinity,
Right,
right?
we can get there within 45 minutes and
Yeah, an
have a
hour or so.
great afternoon,
Yep,
great night, and
yep,
enjoy ourselves.
yeah.
And the other one is Barrel House. Barrel House Select is the bourbon, and I picked that up in Lexington, Kentucky. Excuse me. And
You got it autographed too, huh?
there is an autograph on it that the guy was in a liquor barn and driving through, stopped there. Was actually referred there by another local at a Kroger I stopped at looking for bourbon. Like, oh, go check out the liquor barn. It's a couple blocks away. So I typed in Kroger on the GPS. We were leaving Bucky's in Richmond.
No,
And I'm like, oh,
Bucky's.
there's a Kroger that's not that far away. Let's go there.
And I'm
So
shocked Bucky's doesn't have a liquor store.
I would probably go broke in there for sure then, because you stop for $50 in gas and you
Right.
leave spending $100 on food and snacks. But
Yeah.
I typed in Kroger, took me to Kroger Field, home of the Kentucky Wildcats. I'm like, that's not what I meant.
I've done that.
So
Actually, you know what? Last time we were in Tennessee, when I was on a bourbon trail a little bit here and there, I did the same thing. It took me to the Kentucky Wildcats. That's serious.
it's the first thing that pops up, I think, in your
It does.
GPS.
It does. And you go there and you're like, where's the liquor store? Where's anything? Where's the grocery store for that matter? And it's, oh shit, went the wrong way.
Not nice ass campus. And you got to drive through the whole thing to get to the stadium. I'm like, okay, I wasn't expecting this. So someone at the actual Kroger store on campus, which I found that, they're like, oh, go check out this liquor barn. It's like a block that way. Okay. So went in there, and the guy's name is James Gerard. He's the brand ambassador, and they do all their distilling out of the James Pepper Distillery.
Okay.
They've got their own section of it, their own distillery. They do their own distilling, and he sold me on the brand, bought the bottle, and he goes, "Oh, you're going to buy it? I'll autograph it for you." I'm like, "Okay." That was the first ever bottle autograph I got.
Yeah, now we got two.
Now we have a few. Yeah. So I enjoyed it in the store. Wasn't really looking for anything in particular. I just wanted to see what was available. I was actually trying to find the old Heaven Hill. That's a 7 year, right?
That's a 7 year
The,
behind
the
our sign.
6
Yeah.
year
The
was
6 year.
only available in Kentucky. I was like, you guys have any of this? And the guy at the liquor store is very knowledgeable. Like,
Yeah.
go in, talk to the people, and you can definitely tell who knows what they're talking about and who isn't.
Well, it is Kentucky too,
Right.
so that does help.
And he said, oh, they stopped putting that in the market about a year ago. I was like, oh, okay, I really want to try it and compare the two because we had the 7.
Yeah. Which is a staple.
And I'm pointing this way because it's holding up our sign. So that was one of the reasons why I wanted to stop in Kentucky. So Frey Ranch is out of Nevada, Fallon, Nevada. We're going to dip into that first. It's a 90 proof. I think this was a 5 year.
What you got on your sign? What's it say on the bottle? Anything?
5 year. It's a 4 grain spirit, similar to the Penelopes we've been drinking.
Little apple crisp on the nose. Little apple.
This one I have seen in several states, so I know they're shipping outside their jurisdiction, basically, and heard plenty of good things about it. They have a 5 year rye. I think it's a 5 year rye also. I haven't tried that. This was the first bottle I picked up from them. I've enjoyed it. and then they throw a tag on there for making cocktails. It's like, to me,
Mixer.
it would be a good mixer, but to me that
What they got? Ranch hand? Well, that's good. Ranch hand's actually good for a cocktail.
yeah,
If
but
you got never had it, it's actually good.
if you're putting a tag on there for cocktails, it's not making me think it's a sipping bourbon.
Maybe
might
they
just be my
maybe they did it for cocktails, and you do got a lot of apple on this on the nose,
You
and
do.
you do have the taste too. It's a lot of apple, like a golden crisp, like nice and sweet. Nice hang time on a glass too. Really,
Yeah.
I mean, very much, very nice on the glass.
and this is just us putting our foot in the door of the small craft distilleries. We have several of these bottles like that. This is distilled in Nevada.
It's a great pour.
It is.
What's the price range? What are we looking at?
$50.
That's
So
smooth.
for somebody that's just getting into bourbon,
You know what I like is light. It's light.
it is.
It's very light, but it got some nice hang on the glass. But it's very light when you a little dry on the back end. Not much though.
Almost like a medium dry.
Yeah, but it's not like, oh my god, it's super dry. It is,
It lingers, and you get a slight burn.
but you don't get it like that bad aftertaste.
No,
It is a nice crisp tasting bourbon right now. I mean, it is. Well, I mean, we've enjoyed it.
yeah.
I mean, it's
we
half
picked
gone,
that up
right?
about a week and a half ago.
I think 2 weeks. I know you brought it over one day when we were just chilling down here, and you're like, "Hey, I got a new one," and then I was like, "All right, let's taste it." This is a good $50. That's like in our price range to go grab a bottle and just shove it on a shelf. It's to have a pour instead of taking our good stuff, right?
Yep.
Trying to help that go a little further in our lives. I feel like I'm drinking so much of our good stuff that I'm running out, and it's like,
Well,
oh,
the other issue with that is when you go to technically cheaper, but not something that's like your go-to. It's just hanging around.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pick on anybody that's hanging around up here, but
don't pick on my guys up here.
if you don't want to keep spending $80, $100 and just going through the bottle,
Right.
like if you're gonna that's your pour, you're gonna go through it and kill it. Where $50 and you know what, having a taste for some bourbon tonight, it's nothing special.
That's when like Eagle Rare, if you can find it on a shelf for $40, whatnot, 45. That's a great everyday sipping bourbon, right? I really enjoy Elijah Craig just sipping on it, but the barrel proofs, yes, it's at $70, but they're really good. You have 2-3 or 2-3ish, and you're good, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's another sipping bourbon? Oh, my favorite, the Michter Small Batch.
Remind me about the Elijah Craig after we're done.
Yeah.
I got something to talk to you about.
Uh-oh.
Nothing bad.
Nothing bad.
No.
Don't be picking on Elijah.
Not at all.
This is I'm really impressed by Frey Ranch. Do they have any other ones? You said rye, right?
I know they have a
You just said
rye, and they have a 10th anniversary coming out, and I think
10-year?
I think that's distillery only. So I think you can buy it online.
Any secondary in this? Probably not, right?
All these bottles I don't have a secondary on, which to me, this one is so limited that I think there should be the Thornton.
I bet you nobody really knows about them, though.
That's why we're here. We're here to talk about people that don't know about them. And
Well, let's discuss
we're suggesting
Thornton.
this.
Thornton's about 7 to 9 miles away from us, just north of us. Dead north. Honestly, dead north of us. All right. Has one of the only limestone
wells on
in
site.
in here in Illinois on site, literally on site
And if you Google this distillery, you'll find pictures of that. And we're Chicagoland area.
Yep.
And everybody knows the famous mobster, and that's a lot of the story you get to come back to.
Yeah, Thornton Distillery was owned and operated by the mob at one point. It used to be a dance club, my mom said, back in the 50s, 60s. It was a distillery,
It was a brewery.
a
For a
brewery
long
first,
time.
right?
Yeah.
Turned into distillery. A lot of tunnels underneath there still for the mob when they used to bootleg their whiskey and whatever else their stills.
Yeah, rumor is Capone had ties to it
Yep.
back during Prohibition,
Yeah.
and that's where his stuff was coming and going from.
It's a nice small place. Let's talk about their food too.
Food is awesome.
Food is top notch
And
there.
if you get a chance to talk to Andy or Ari,
That's you know them. So
good friends with Andy,
yep,
and I think we'll probably have to try to get him on an episode. Maybe
We're
we
gonna
can do
have
it
to
down by the well.
yeah. Let's
That'd be awesome.
that'd be awesome. Let's have
Yeah,
some of their food and just chit chat about what their next steps are and see. You know, maybe they want to get big time. Maybe they want to stay small too. You know, small's good. Limited release.
They're doing some special things to other spirits like gin and absinthe.
And you
Like,
said that gin was top notch.
the gin has so many botanicals going through it. I don't know what Ari does. Ari's the master distiller there, and it's great. So this is a blend. It's not. It's a single barrel blend. They blend it to put in the barrel, and it's distilled, I believe, in Indiana. You know what that means.
Take your pick.
It doesn't say it on the bottle, but I know from being there.
And what's retail? What do you do?
I think it was around 85
85 for this?
because I remember my wife.
Was this their first drop?
This was batch 2 single
Batch
barrel.
2? All right.
I think my wife went up there for dinner with her friend, and I'm like, "Oh, grab this bottle for me."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Are you sure? You know the price?" I'm like, "Yeah." And they're friends of ours. I'm going to spend it.
Right. Well, they had a over at Vintage Oak. I can tell, you know, it doesn't matter, but Vintage Oak had them out there under the tent,
That's a local whiskey bar.
whiskey
for us.
bar for us, and they brought out what 3 or 4 different ones that night.
He brought almost the whole lineup. I
Right.
think.
And then giving out free samples.
Yes.
It was ridiculous. I mean, it
Yes.
was awesome. So thanks to them for that one. But
And they do pre-made old fashions.
they do. Yes, that's
That's the bottle I brought.
oh,
home.
that's the bottle you brought.
And
We should do the old fashioned night.
we need to.
We should. And stop. Wait,
We keep
let's-
we keep
I
talking
know.
about
I
it,
know.
but
We do. I know. I know. What a good pour.
They do a pecan whiskey as well, pecan bourbon, and that would be great in a cocktail. And
This is very light.
it is
Very light.
94 proof. It's hard to believe.
Very. I mean, this
you
is stupid light.
You get a lot of oak. Maybe a little.
I'm not getting
toffee.
a lot of oak. I'm getting oak, but it's not like overpowering.
I'm
right?
getting. Well, I think it's probably a combination of like the toffee and tobacco
Okay.
notes going with the oak. It's similar to a toasted barrel, but it's not.
It's like lightly. I mean, it is just a light toast on this.
Yeah,
one.
and 94 proof. So it's the highest proof on the table tonight.
Wow, that's odd for us.
It's a light. It's a light whiskey night.
It's a yeah. I'm about to say we usually got 140, 130, 120s. It's it's a good pour
It is.
for 85. And what's I know you talked to Andy and Thornton. What's their future? What do you see? Can you disclose anything first of all? Let's keep it that
we
way.
should probably let him talk about
Right.
it if we get him on.
Yeah.
But I know that they are going with a lot of spirits in a column. So your gins, your vodkas,
Yeah.
your absinthe. I've had absinthe a couple times in my life, and he poured
You
me
can only do a little bit of that too.
right, and he poured me a shot, and it was you sip it, and it
You
was
did a shot of
I
absinthe.
did, and it was amazing.
Wow.
A 375 I think goes for about $50.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say it's worth it.
My uncle makes his old fashions with that. Puts a little drop of absinthe in there.
It might be something to pick up.
Maybe we should. Maybe for old fashioned night, we should.
But they do flights. They do an old fashioned flight. They do the bourbon flight. They have specialty cocktails every season.
Their pretzels are to die for there. I love their pretzels. And their brisket tacos. Some of the best brisket tacos I've ever had. Dead serious. If you guys are local to Chicagoland or within 30 minutes, 45 minutes, it's worth the drive to go see it. It really is.
It is.
Right? It's a small place. It's not huge, but it can accommodate some people.
And the staff is super friendly all the time.
Oh, absolutely. Not only that, but they're accommodating. Live music.
Pool table.
Yep.
Big ass Jenga set.
It's fun. It's fun times. Good distillery. I'm glad they.
And it's a great wedding venue too.
Yeah, I'm glad they reopened.
And during the Halloween season, I want to say it was during Halloween, they had ghost tours going through there.
I can see that. I can see that. What's next on our agenda? We're gonna pop a third one open tonight.
Yeah, we will.
Oh,
Barrel House Select. Like I said, this was the one I picked up at the. The name of that store.
yeah, Kroger's.
It wasn't Kroger. It was
The liquor store.
Liquor Barn.
Liquor Barn.
Yeah.
Liquor Barn that you can't find because Kentucky.
Well, technically, this was a Liquor Barn Express too, and they had some nice bottles. They had a lot of Foregate. We had some Foregate vintage. Oh,
yeah, we did have
and
Foregate.
I've had it a few other times, and every time I've had Foregate, it's a great pour, but it's also about between 180 and like 240 a bottle.
It is a great pour. I don't think I would spend a lot of time kind of search for it. If I see it on a shelf, and I had here we go. And I had to choose between that and maybe 2 bottles. I'd probably take 2 bottles over that, just for the price range. But then again, I did spend almost $280 on a 20-year. So, I mean.
Oh, you want to revisit that now? We don't have to drink it.
Yeah, so I did some research on this 20-year that we did last video.
From Nashville.
From Nashville. I talked to the Nashville Barrel Company. I was talking to, I'm not going to name names, but one of the reps for them about our 20-year that we got. And it turns out to be, it is Dickel. And it didn't go through its normal distilling process.
It Lincoln County process.
Right, where it's actually filtered through sugar cane of some sort. All right, but it is Dickel 20-year. And I know a lot of people.
You're either a fan or you don't. But
And let me tell you guys something. We cracked it. We had nothing but peanuts.
Yeah.
And I made that known to them when I emailed them and talked to them. And they said it's supposed to be sweet and cherry flavor and all this kind of fruit on the head. And it's just, I was like, well, I got peanuts. They're like, oh, we don't know what happened. And I had it the other day. And it was straight heat. I mean, just straight, no flavor. It lost all its flavor.
I might revisit it after this pour.
It was, I don't know. I guess I thought I was going to get a better 20-year for that. And,
Well, we keep seeing the Blom Brother bottles that are aged around that age statement, and it's one of those. Once it goes on sale, it's gone. And Blom Brothers is from Galena, Illinois, which is not far from us.
It's not. It's 2.5 hours, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, upper northwest corner of the state. I've heard about those bottles. I've looked into them. They are a special release, and they're supposed to be really good.
Yeah.
I did see that they did release a short barrel, 54 bottles only out of a barrel, and they came from a different distillery in Tennessee, and they're supposed to be top notch. Problem is they sold out within like 3 minutes because of that reason. And I also heard that they are getting some from Jack Daniels. So
I've heard that from another person as well.
And so you got to be on lookout. So you might think it's some other distillery, and it could be Jack Daniels. And if you get a 20-year Jack or a 15-year Jack or 18, I mean,
yeah, no one's really going to know.
You're right. But if you do your research, I mean, I did all my research on this, so it is Dickel, unfortunately.
Now that
well,
you
we'll
got
have to
somebody on
revisit.
the inside, maybe they can help you out with telling you, hey, let me suggest this bottle to you.
Yeah, I have a couple insiders there. It's not. I'm not knocking Nashville Barrel Company because I
No.
love their stuff. There's 3 bottles sitting on my shelf that we
And
love it
obviously they're
entirely.
putting out good juice because Fred Minnick keeps picking them in the top.
Exactly, top 5, two
Yeah,
on the top 5.
this past year, yeah.
Right. So I'm not knocking the 20 year. It's something we need to revisit again and again and again. Hopefully, it gets more flavor. But the second go around was not my favorite. So let's go
Okay, Barrel House.
Bear House. Let's try this. Wow, nice, good smell. Let's see,
Caramel vanilla.
little maple,
Yeah.
little maple.
Brown sugar.
I do. I smell the vanilla now.
Yeah.
So I got the maple vanilla. Say brown sugar. Let me swirl it around a little bit. Oh, there goes some.
I was impressed with the amount of flavor that it just
Wow.
packed a punch when I took
Wow.
they don't give you like a half
Oh, a
ounce
half
anyway.
ounce there. A thimble.
Yeah.
It's about a thimble, right?
Yeah.
Well, a thimble.
I was like, damn, that was good. And
Oh.
I'm pretty sure I tasted the rye when I was there also, and I said this one left more of a impression on me than the rye at the time.
This one's drier on the back end than the both of those.
This is also a 4-year. That's the youngest. But I've had it for probably 2 or 3 years, and we're just cracking it now.
Yeah. But when you
But
know as well as we do, once
once
it's in a bottle, it
doesn't
doesn't
count,
matter, right?
but-
But what if you would have dumped that into, got like a couple bottles, dump it into another barrel, let it age for a couple more years or a year?
Well, if you're doing a gallon, I wouldn't suggest anything more than 2 months
Yeah.
because of the oak contact.
Okay. Have you ever done it?
Yeah, you've
Ever?
had it.
Did when? Oh, sorry. Yeah, yeah.
I
My
know it's up
God,
there
it's been
somewhere.
it is. It's up there. It's
Back
hidden.
there?
Yeah, it's right there. There it is. Yes, I know. I forgot. It's been a long day. Baseball in 40-degree weather is not the greatest.
No, but I didn't have to go, and I still showed up.
You did.
And
I appreciate that.
And
Yeah.
I wanted to see his son pitch. He even broke out the speed gun and got to see the crazy curveball. It was just fooling the batters.
That one curveball, he did throw a nasty curveball tonight. It did, but second time pitching throughout the year. That's it. Only has 2 innings, so still fairly getting his arm warmed up for the stretch run for the summer. It's early in the season
It
anyway. Made a good comeback tonight.
Another thing I got to talk to you about is another $1 million idea.
$1 million idea.
We'll talk about that after
All
this
right,
too.
yeah. Let's not say it on camera. Don't want to somebody stealing
But
it.
light color, good stuff. So wrap things up. I'd say they're all buys for $50 a bottle. This being 85, and it's distillery only.
And it's local to us,
Right.
so we're definitely going to spend the money there. So,
Exactly.
Right. Very good, all 3 of them. So no reason to rank anything. They're all buys for me.
And there's no secondary. So,
Right. So you're going to get them at SRP,
Yes.
basically. So that's the way to go. All 3 were pretty damn good tonight. So
Yes.
I mean,
A lot of ums here.
I don't know, but what's on the agenda for next video, real quick? What are we thinking?
I don't know. We've had a bunch of ideas bouncing off the board that we've talked about. We can do Weller night. We can do old fashioned night. We can
Still missing a single barrel though for Weller night. Do old fashioned night.
old fashioned night.
We are working on a couple things though. See what that.
What pans out?
Yeah, we'll see what pans out, but I don't know what else.
We can discuss that bottle we talked about earlier.
We can. Yes, we can.
We can do a video just on that.
Just
bottle.
that one.
Or bottles similar. We've got some that are similar.
Let's